today I am going to replace the handlebar for my mountain bike, and I guess for some of you guys who wish to know how to replace the handlebar, I believe it's pretty simple, but just before you try to replace yours, why not check it out on how I replace my handlebar. I'm replacing this handlebar with something that is pretty awesome looking. Yeah, I like this design. It's like a pretty high rise 55 millimeters handlebar, and you have these cool designs over here. Wow. And alright, but there's nothing wrong with this existing one that I'm having on this mountain bike. This bike is from the Giant stance. Just because I wanted these handlebars to have a little bit higher rise, as you can see. So let's get working on replacing the handlebar. So if you're first time coming to my channel, why not consider subscribing to my channel, and of course enjoy this video. my preference in brake lever adjustment, I would generally want to move this lever further away from the grips, because in this way you notice that if I put my hand over the handlebar, I have like 2 to 3 fingers to grip onto the brake levers, and usually I would only use 1 finger for braking, because this is a disc brake and it is pretty efficient, so you do not need 2 or 3 fingers to brake like any more cheaper or more inferior brake system. So this is a disc brake, and so I only need like 1 finger. So in this case, if I'm going to brake, I have to lift up my fingers to get across to the lever. So I do not want that. So I will move this lever away, and you will be able to see why. Right, now I've shifted this lever quite a distance away from the grippers. So it's like 3 fingers. So as you put your hand onto the grips, then you'll notice that there is only 1 finger's allowance for me to grip, but it makes it such more efficient to roll the fingers over to brake, rather than the previous method where I have to lift up the fingers over. Now it doesn't get into the way, I can just grip over. And during rides where I do not really need to be watchful of the brakes, I can just roll back my finger, and it just make it much easier for me. Well, of course this is my preference, so if you have a different approach to how you adjust your brake lever, do leave your message below in the comments, and let's share how you guys actually adjust your brake lever. Alright guys, so there you have it. I finally adjusted the brake levers, and of course I've completed the installation for the new handlebars, and you can guys check it out. And you notice that in the earlier part of this video, I actually sprayed some water into the inside of this gripper. That is to aid you into inserting back these grippers onto the bar. But as probably you have to wait like maybe 24 hours kind of thing to make sure that the water actually evaporates away or clears away. And because it's right now a little bit wet, so it tends to roll a little bit. But once the water actually dries up inside, it will be like super tacky, and it will not really get loose over the handlebar anymore. So just be mindful that once you install such design handle grips, do not ride it too furiously. Yeah, so because it tends to slip off the handlebar. Alright guys, if you have any questions or you have any tips to share with me, do leave your comments below, and hope you guys enjoy this quick and simple tips and tricks tutorial on how to replace your mountain bike handlebars, and hope you remember to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Cheers guys, and enjoy.